like, share, subscribe, circulate my page. Donations aren't being taken right now because apparently there's some scammer on my card again, yet again. Always trying to steal everything. I'm telling you, even when I'm here, they stole my panties. Ain't that some shit? Who steal panties? Regardless, they were Victoria's Secret. You stealing panties? They stole panties, clothes, my towel, my washcloth. What the hell? Anyway, divine feminine, divine masculine. I'm hearing you're about to blow it. Um, divine feminine needed help, and she was calling on her divine masculine, a true divine masculine, to come assist in a court case that I'm having on Thursday. I was looking for some legal help so that I don't wind up going to prison on the false accusations that my daughter and my husband tried to bamboozle the whole system with, saying that I was going to burn, that I told her I was going to burn her house down, murder her, and take her children. What? Meanwhile, I'm the one trying to save them? Are you serious? She's poisoning her own kid, and I'm the one trying to kill him? But that's okay, because the crooked judge and the crooked lawyer and the crooked DA, they're all going to go down. I promise you. I promise you. Because the feds are on it. When I tell you the good feds are here, they're here. They spinning the block. They're watching you. They're keeping an eye on you. Even I don't know if it's me, because apparently two girls were able to jump me in the library. I didn't have any help from nobody. I had to fight for myself. And they were bigger than me, younger and stronger. But that's besides the point, I guess. I don't know what kind of help they're giving the divine feminine if I was getting none. So that kind of tells me that I'm going to be out. So if you don't hear from me on Thursday, it's because I was put in prison. There's nothing I could do about that. She said she was going to give me 10 years. It is what it is, right? Um, divine masculine, you didn't come through. So I'm hearing that there's a new coming in. There's a true emperor, an already self-made emperor coming into divine feminine's help. Um, yeah, because they gave her three different masculines. They gave her a new masculine and he didn't come through. They gave her a new masculine and he didn't come through. So they're giving her a new emperor. They said enough with the games. The Most High Lord God said enough with the games. We're sending you a real man, somebody who stands on business. So I'm hoping that goes for me too. I'm hoping that there will be a true emperor, that we're gonna, he knows everything that's going on with me. He knows about the house they stole, the deed that they took my name off of the deed to a house that was left to me. You know what hurts me the most is they took some very old cards, tarot cards that were left to me by my ancestor. I think that hurts me the most because that was a spiritual gift that no one should touch. No one should touch. And whoever touched those cards and took that, I don't even want to say what's coming to you. I don't even want to say those cards were ancient. They were not for you to touch. And for you to play games with our spirituality, it ain't happening. And the ancestors are pissed to the bone. Like they didn't want nobody touching any of the spiritual gifts that were left to me in that home. Nobody was to touch that room. Nobody was supposed to be in that room. And they went in there like it was a game, like the things in there were just toys. So I feel sorry for you guys. I really do. I feel bad for you. Whoever touched those cards, whoever touched the spiritual gifts that were left to me by my ancestors, I really do. I don't even want to say what's coming to you because it's beyond grotesque is what I'm gonna say. So if I were you, I'd be putting all those gifts, all those spiritual gifts that were in that spiritual room, that reading room. You got to put all that shit back, all of it back, the way it was. because what's coming to you is in the worst of ways. In the worst of ways. Um, hi God, music, uh, Skylar Beckers. Hey Skylar, hi Skylar, how are you? um, so guys, there's some real movement going on here. Like I see it, I feel excited. Because I know my ancestors are coming through. I'm crying because I'd hate to see that it was my family that actually touched something in that spiritual room. Because what's gonna come for them is like nothing no one's seen. Like whoever did that, you're gonna disappear without a trace. And I don't even wanna say what they plan for you because it's beyond grotesque and I don't have any say. I have zero say in what they're planning for you. So my advice to you is you better rush back to that house and put every spiritual gift that was there, that was left to me by my ancestors, because they are ancient. They were very old cards, and they're very old gifts for you guys to be touching because you felt like you could get away with everything. Well, I'm here to tell you, you're not gonna get away with this. Just like my daughter and my husband, they're not gonna get away with putting me in there. They're not gonna get away with that. I'm telling you, there's a true emperor that's coming for me. He believes in me. He believes in my gifts. He believes in the love that I have to give. He believes in who I am and that we're here to do good for each other. Fuck the money. I don't give a fuck. All of you fucking greedy motherfuckers. There's things way more precious, way more precious than money could ever buy. How dare you? How dare you? But you're gonna have to learn. You're gonna have to learn the hard way. I'm telling you, you're gonna have to learn the hard way. Cause you guys, you just kept on going. Like you just kept on doing stupid shit. Like you don't know what you're playing with. Like you really don't know what you're playing with. Like you, maybe you, y'all. I can't because I can't even talk about it. I really can't. I really can't. Like it's traumatizing just to try to talk about that. But if I were you, there is no run for your life. There's none of that. You can't hide from the spirit realm. You cannot. Or you on all four corners of this world, they are there. We are we are the ones that created the magic. You don't understand. To my divine masculine, you lost out, man. You lost out. You're playing games. You're playing kid games. I'm not a kid. You know, you were supposed to step up. You were still, to me, I felt like you still didn't make up your mind. You want to be in karmic land, you're going to be stuck there forever. You're going to be stuck and you're going to be heartbroken and you're going to be broke. Because that's what's going to happen. Because you didn't come through like you were supposed to. Um, Whether that was you in the library, I don't know. I don't know. You know, but I think what scares me the most is what the ancestors have for whoever took their spiritual gifts, the gifts that they've left me as they wanted me to have these gifts specific. They have jewels that they've left me specifically. Like it's hard for me to hold this phone, guys. I wish I could show you, but the back is all broken, so it gets hot. It gets hot in my hand. I don't even know. I don't know if it's me getting angry and the phone is getting hot. Confirmation. Confirmation. When I tell you something grotesque is gonna happen to whoever took those spiritual gifts, if you were never scared, you didn't believe in that, it will be too late. It will be too late when this happens to you. Because if you touch any of the gifts that they left me in that house, You're going down in the worst of ways. In the worst of ways. And there's nothing that I could possibly do. I'm sorry about my nails. They were about the fight that I had. I had the fight and all my nails broke off. So making a fist with long nails and kind of, so hey John Doe. Oh my God. Every time you come up, John Doe, we hear ambulances, we hear the freaking train horn. Like this, there's a dead man walking. I'm telling you, this is confirmation, John Doe. Like there's somebody about to die in the worst of ways. It's crazy how every time you come up on the page, you hear sirens and horns and fucking bells and whistles all over the place. So it's confirmation. Someone's about to pass in the worst way. I don't want it to be my family. Um, well, um, I'm gonna leave that out because there's some that do deserve it. Yeah, yeah, they deserve it in the worst way like that. You know why? Because they took my mom and my stepdad and my nephew. I don't know if they took my little brother, but I haven't heard from him. I tried to call him and his number changed, or it's not working anymore. So if they took out my brother, my little brother, God help, God help, because I wouldn't help them for shit. So they better hope they didn't take out my little brother because they wanted to be selfish and greedy. And if his girl was involved, there's something for her coming. They're coming for her. The spirits. The look. We work with the light and the dark. You don't like you guys just don't seem to get it. Like you don't get to see it. You don't get it. We work with the light and the dark. The devil holds my hand. How dare you? If you took out any, if you had anything to do with my little brother, you're going down. I promise. I will spend. Listen, I've been in poverty all my life. I don't give a fuck. I will spend every dollar to make sure that you stepping straight into the fire of the pits of hell, under the pits of hell. I promise you. I promise you. You better hope that nothing happened to my little brother because he was gonna tell on you. Yeah, you took the last moments that he would have had with his mom before she passed. Because you made sure she died on the day I went to go see her. Because you knew she was going to talk and you knew what she was going to tell me. She was going to tell me about what was going on. She was going to tell me about the paperwork. And the day that I went to go see her, you guys took her out that morning. Why would they call my husband? Why wouldn't they call me to let me know? Everybody has my number. So why wouldn't they call the daughter that took care of her? The one that looked just like her. So every time you see my face, you will be haunted with the face of your mother because you took her life and you will go in the worst of ways. I promise you. I promise you with all my heart and soul. I promise you. The dark side will. I'm telling you, they're speeding off. There will be no place for you to hide in this realm or the next. I promise. So I go to court on Thursday. Doesn't look like I'm getting any representation. So I know they're already counting on. They're gonna say that um, I don't know what it's called when you have a full stay away order of protection and you violate that. That's what it is. You violated. They're gonna say that I violated the order of protection, the full stay away order of protection, and I never did. Anytime I went there, I called the police. I called the police like 3, 4 times just to get my dogs. I don't care if I was gonna live in the street in the rain. I don't care. Like at least I would have been with my pets. Instead, my dog's being raped and brutalized in that house. And that's what I live with, knowing that my grandchildren and my children are being manipulated and my dogs are being fucked by a dirty old man and beaten by a crazy woman, my crazy daughter. So my phone's acting up. It's kind of breaking up here. Listen, the dog. I caught him. I caught him raping my little Yorkie poo. She was spread eagle on the bed while he was butt naked, and she didn't bark. That meant that he's done that other times to her. And there was a reason that my Yorkie, before my daughter killed my Yorkie, that he didn't like him, and it was probably that. And my Neapolitan Mastiff, my blue gray, beautiful Neapolitan Mastiff, my Jewel, that was her name, Jewel, 'cause she was my precious gem. He raped her too. She was a virgin. She died a virgin. Well, she was a virgin when it came to another dog coming at her. It wasn't that I didn't want her with just any dog. I wanted her with the same breed. And it was kind of hard to do that because they were going to, to me, it's still considered rape. I wanted her to have puppies, but they were going to put her over a slab of wood. They were going to tie her up so that the male can penetrate her, and I just felt like it was such a vicious. It was going to be a vicious act. I wanted it to be natural, like let them get to know each other, and then let them go at it. Uh, I'm sorry, I just couldn't. I couldn't let it happen like that. So she was more or less she died a virgin, but my husband raped her like he did my other dogs. So I already knew that once they didn't give me my dogs, that was the plan. The plan was to use them to get at me. They think that I'm gonna let go of millions of dollars to get my dogs. That's what they want to hold them there for. They want to hold them. Well, I'll give you your dog back, but you're gonna sign off on the house, or sign off on your money, or sign off on your assets. That's what he wanted to do, and it's not happening. When I tell you that the gods and the goddesses of the universe, they're not having it, and they told me I could not. I cannot, even if I wanted to, even if I wanted to give that money away, it's not meant for them. So, as much as it hurts me and it kills me, I couldn't even do it that way. They don't know how the universe works. They don't know about the Most High Lord God. They don't believe in Him. They think that this is trickery. But they see the things that are happening all around them. To all of them. All of them. Things are not falling right for none of them. None of them. Even the judge, the crooked judge, the crooked lawyer, and the crooked DA. Yeah, the DA is Steven. My daughter had him in the house. I believe that's who they put the other house under. The house that was bought with my money. So whoever's gonna help me, they're gonna help me get everything back. And I want everybody's license. I want them all to be disbarred and disgraced. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for someone who's gonna strong arm the whole system. The whole system. Like I want a string of lawyers that's gonna take this whole town down. All the police, the crooked police, all of them. You know how many innocent people they put in there because they slipped them a couple of dollars? You know how many criminals are getting away in the streets because they were slipped a couple of dollars? Rapists, murderers, and they get to slip a couple of dollars and they get to go free. Meanwhile, the innocent ones are the ones behind bars. Ain't that some shit? So I'm hoping that my intuition is right. That there's gonna be a true emperor, and he's like the $1 billion man, And if anything, we're gonna make more money together. So fuck all of you, man. Fuck all of you, because he's the one who's gonna turn me right, to turn me to teach me how to grow this money, not to try to pull the rug out of under me. That we're gonna be loving and caring to each other, and we're gonna live our lives to the fullest. To the fullest. We don't have to be. We're not going to be evil. It's that the evil ones are going to have to go down. That's just a matter of fact. That's just a matter of fact. They're going to go down. I don't care what kind of gimmicks they have with them trying to say that I violated and a full stay away order protection. They got lies because I've never went on that property. The only time I went was with the two officers, and I have the video. I have the video with them. So she needs to come up with something else because when the police went with me, I have video. And I have the doorbell camera from my neighbor's house to prove that's when I went to go see my dogs to go get them. And then she took off in her car. So when we called, she wouldn't even answer the phone. The police had to call her so that to let them know that we were coming over to get the dogs and to get some of my things. At least give me my things so that I could get a storage room. I could get a moving truck. I could move my furniture, my things out of the house, which would be everything, because everything in that house is mine. The only thing that's hers is her bedroom set, and it was a piece of shit. So she can have that piece of shit. Everything else in that house was mine. Everything. So even the new house that they bought it with my money. They bought it with the jewelry that was mine. That was mine. And they liquidated it without my permission. I gave nobody permission. They're doing all these fraudulent acts. Fraud, fraud, fraud. Identity theft, fraud, um, perjury. They perjured themselves, lying about me to everyone. They lied about me to everyone. They said the most ugliest things. And if anybody knows me, they know I stand on business. I'm not a fucking hoe because I have very handsome men friends. Very handsome. Extremely handsome. And no, I would not cross the line. And even if they've asked me and even one try to make a move on me and I wouldn't let it happen. Because we've been friends since forever, since we were kids. And they're very handsome and very strong and they're very protective of me. So I love them. I love them. Um, so no, we've never made a move on, I couldn't. I see them as my brothers, my best friends, I just don't. It just wouldn't feel right. And it doesn't matter. Like, they don't see it that way. They will be like, why? Why can't you see me as like a boyfriend? Like, why can't we can just date? Like, we can just get to know each other that way. And I'm like, ew. I'm like, I can't. I can't because we were so close. Like, we were the best of friends. Like, we did everything together. Everything. Like, even fought together. Like, come on. Like, I couldn't. I didn't see it that way. So I've had very handsome, strong, protective, caring men friends. Well, they're men now. We were kids together, and so and they can tell you I've never been anyone for the streets. Never in my life. Never in my life. Never. I've had many men with money, many men with money, millionaires, billionaires come up to me, and I just couldn't because I felt like they wanted to buy me and I wasn't for sale. Like, I always felt that. Like, they didn't just want to be with me. They wanted me. Like, in an ugly way, I think. I don't know. I don't know. Attracted to me, but to me there has to be something. We have to like fall for each other. I don't know. It takes working with each other, and you know how you get to know each other. You have fun with each other. You do things with each other, and maybe you can fall for someone like that, but you can't buy me. You can't. There's many men that you know. I'm just not that way. I'm sorry. I wasn't brought up that way. Um, I stayed with my masculine since I was 17 years old. I've been with him since I was 17 years old. I was faithful and loyal and strong. I was strong. I stood by him through thick and thin, through everything. And just to know that he was a multimillionaire and he had me and my children. When I tell you in the worst of poverty, my mother, as a single mom, never had, with 5 kids, never had us in the way that this man had me and my kids. We were living in a house with no heat. no hot water. And anybody that lives in New York knows how fucking cold. And you live by the water, so it's fucking cold. We had no heat, no hot water, holes in the walls, holes in the floors that were covered up with like tin, with pieces of can. We had rats the size of cats. So if you put poison, there were maggots falling on our heads when we went to eat. Roaches, mice, like who does that? And then to think that now you want to show up as the divine masculine after you brought up my children the way you did, I would never go back to that. It wouldn't happen. It would never happen. So if you're looking for somebody who's gonna, I'm not somebody after anybody's fucking money. I don't give a fuck about your money. Do I like pretty shiny things? Yeah, I'm that little monkey that likes little shiny things. Yes, I love gifts. And there was quite a few. There was a few pieces. I'm going to say quite a few pieces that my husband bought me that I enjoyed. I really like the antique flower ring that he gave me, a puffy heart, a diamond puffy heart that was like an embroidery, and in back of it was really pretty. My pearl earrings, my pearl necklaces. I had like quite a few of those. I had at least 6 strands of beautiful antique pearl necklaces. They were absolutely gorgeous. My pearl bracelets, like everything. My diamond rings, my beautiful like the 3 stone diamond rings, and they were like a carat each. I mean, there was quite a few pieces. There was quite a few pieces. I mean, we're talking about $500,000 worth of jewelry. So there were quite a few pieces that I liked, and they were antique. So it made me think that he got them from, like, doing his work out here, murdering people, and then taking their assets. That's what it made me think about. Um, did I wear them really? No. I liked having them, but I didn't really wear them unless we went out or I just felt like wearing a certain something. Anyway, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting on some representation. Somebody who's gonna be there for me. Somebody's gonna be by my side. Somebody's gonna if nobody's gonna be by my side, I'm going to try my best to represent myself. I mean, I was reading a little bit of the law book. Like I said, it was so hard to understand. I got headaches. I got nauseous. I guess just thinking how they're lying about everything. Not only did they lie about telling them that I said this to my daughter, I love the house. You know what I'm thinking about? The cross that was in my house, that they left in my house when when I left the house. When we bought the house, they left a big giant cross in the hallway. I fell in love with that cross. It's an old cross. She's at least probably 80 years old. She a beautiful old. When I say big, I mean it's a big cross that was on the wall, and I hope they didn't throw it out. I hope they didn't get rid of it. I really hope that they left the cross. I really do. I'm still fighting between Ra and the and Jesus Christ. I'm still fighting. Like it's hard for me to let go of my Christianity. Catholic. All of my children grew up Catholic. So it's hard to give up this religion to go into Ra and all the gods and goddesses. I believe in them. Absolutely. Am I a part of that? Absolutely. I am a goddess. There's a reason that I chose universal goddess. Read up on it. Read up on the name. My dog's name is Athena. My other dog is Titan. My other dog is Hercules. My bird's name was Zeus. Come on. There's a reason why I keep my pets' names and these gods and goddesses' names, like without reason. Like I don't know why I picked those names. I'm sorry, my phone is getting hot. I don't know if it's me getting upset and my phone is getting hot in my hands because when I put it down on the table, even if it's on, it doesn't get hot. But in my hands, it gets hot. So I am definitely staying away from the devil. He stays away from me. The devil stays away from me. Those are my gifts. They wish they could put me there. The devil will hold my hand and drag me the fuck back out of there. I tell you for real. I'm like, I'm only being real. Like, they don't know who I am. Nobody does. The government's upset because they want to take me apart. The government wants to take me apart. They want to dissect me. I know that's why they constantly testing different poisons on me, and then they're like they're calling me superhuman. I'm a I'm a jinn. I'm a what is it? They called me an alien. Like, come on, I come from the stars. They can believe it or not. I could care less what they believe in. So, asking for that laptop. I'm at the YWCA over here in Yonkers. So if you drop off the package, I need a new iPhone, a new like Android, Samsung phone, a new laptop, an iPad, to do my work, to continue my work. I'm constantly being followed. I know that. I know the cops are constantly following me. I had to come in here because the ambulance stopped right in front of me, and he stood there for the longest. So I stood here. You can't touch me in the house of the Lord. You just can't. You can't. It's against all rules. So to my divine masculine, my divine feminine, stay strong, guys. If I go missing, I need you to continue to work. I need you to do good in this world. I need you to continue our work here. Like, don't give up. Don't give up. You're stronger than that. To to the 144,000 chosen, you guys have to come together. There's something coming. It's coming, and the world's not going to be ready for it. You're their only defense line, so you have to stay strong. I speak the truth. Together we will defeat them. I promise you that. It is promised by the stars. The stars, they will send you the gods and the goddesses to fight by your side. The archangels and the guardian angels, they will be there. It's something that no weapon here on earth can attack. They have no defense. So they need us. Whether they want to believe it or not, they know that they need us. Whether they want to dissect us and take us apart and keep testing all kinds of poisons, and like I told you, they put me under high radiation. No reason. They've injected me with things that they. There was a nurse there that she got so scared because she kept trying to inject me with something, and she couldn't catch my. She's one of the best nurses. She would never miss a vein. That's what she told me. She was, I'm very good at what I do. And when she couldn't get my vein, she goes, "Oh my God!" She goes, "I know what's going on." And she just took her syringes and she left because she knew that whatever it was in my body was not going to allow her to do it. So it was like my veins were wiggling away from the syringe. It was the craziest thing. And if you would have seen her face and her eyes, I mean, she even scared me. Like, to me, I was like, "What am I?" That the nurses and the doctors would be so afraid. What am I? I'm a goddess. That is who I am. I cry for this world. I cry for humanity. I cry because we deserve to, humanity deserves a better world. Peaceful, loving, caring, nurturing world where we can all thrive. Instead of these people being so selfish and greedy, with my money would be spent on trying to save multiple lives everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, I will make sure that I leave my mark in something beautiful. And I don't have to, I don't need recognition. I don't need nobody to know. I do things, I do beautiful things on my own without anyone knowing. So I wait. If this is what the stars decided for me, if this is what was fated for me to be somebody's, to be dissected and to be somebody's guinea pig, for me to just disappear, then so be it. It would be me or someone else. It would be me or another chosen. I'm strong. I'm emotional. I'm emotional. I have a heart, but I'm strong. So, to my chosen, you stand strong, my warriors, my earth angels. It is you that makes this world better. They cannot defeat us. Stand strong, my warriors. You got this.